Right, this is great news. I've only just seen this today. Talking to executive producer, staff quit following Chris Hardwick's reinstatement as host. So when I say this is great news, I'm happy, very very happy indeed that Mr. Hardwick has been reinstated. I'll be honest with you, I've not seen any of his shows. I don't know. I've not seen. I'm a great Walking Dead fan. I really love that show. I'm at the moment stuck on season 4, which I'm happy with because that means I can, once I find a place or a station, whatever it is, I can do a complete binge watch. I've got 4 seasons, or maybe is it 5 now? Anyway, 4 or 5 seasons of Walking Dead to watch one after the other, uninterrupted. So that's fantastic. But as I said, it's really, really good news. I'm extremely happy that the company has seen common sense and reinstated this guy. Because what basically means is that these people who've left were probably feminists. The executive producer was a woman, and apparently she's been working with Chris for I think a few seasons now. So, doing the after show, whatever. And so I don't know. Maybe there was a problem between the two of them. Maybe some bad blood. Or maybe she just was a typical feminist and wasn't happy at the fact that the company backed Chris because he provided evidence. He showed evidence that this young girl who's accused him was obviously mentally ill. So, I mean, what this says to a lot of men, this is really, really serious, though. It really is. I mean, this is not just affecting, because you consistently hear stories of men in offices, men are not being hired, especially if, a female recruiter, she will openly says, no men are to be recruited, only women. And it's extraordinary. Really is extraordinary that this is happening. So I'm very happy that Mr. Hardwick has won that. But he's not getting a warm welcome back to work. So what? Stuff them. Staffers at his show, Talking Dead, are quitting in protest over Hardwick's Sunday return, 2 months after an ex-girlfriend accused him of mistreating her. You see, the thing is, she is fairly high profile, and she could have taken this to a solicitor, presented this to it. I mean, she's 29 years of age, so she's not a child. She's a fully grown adult, or supposed to be a fully grown adult. She could have taken this to, to a solicitor or a lawyer or whoever it was, and they could have then done proceedings to take, to take him to court for for supposed mistreatment, but she didn't, because the reason why is that she used the Me Too movement as a free alternative to going to judicial, but expected the outcome to be that he would lose his job and never get another job again because of whatever issue or situation, because Chris presented his transcript of the emails, the text message that he got from her, and it didn't show her in a very good light. The girl is a complete mentally disturbed person. Okay. Now, we're supposed to show sympathy to people like that, but the problem is, if you're looking to literally get some. I mean, look. I mean, Chris did provide the evidence to show that there was something wrong with this girl and her behaviour, and we don't know what went on between the two of them. We don't know what went on between the two. She could have been the abuser of him. She could have been trying to smack him around, having a bad attitude with him, and then he's, yes, he would get back at her. Why not? If you slap someone, especially today, if you want equal rights, you're going to get equal lefts. It's as simple as that. So if you slap someone because you get angry about the situation between the two of you, especially in private, don't expect guys now. I mean, guys are slowly, getting away from this. You mustn't hit girls shit, because it's obviously women have used this in the past to shame men, and it needs to stop. A female executive producer and a handful of the show's staff of approximately 25 have fled since ANC announced Hardwick would resume his role as host of The Walking Dead after show, according to a new report. The Talking Dead fallout, days after Hardwick's first TV appearance on NBC, America's Got Talent, since actress, whoever her name is, Cheryl, penned an essay in June accusing him of sexual and emotional abuse. She should have taken this to court. Simple as that. Should have taken this to court. Hardwick is reportedly working to regain the support of the remaining Talking staffs. Let them go. Let them go. And bring in fresh new people, especially guys. Just bring in guys. Don't bring in any women. Get rid of all the arseholes that are there. They're arseholes. If they're staying, they go about their business and their season, fine. If they're not happy, they should leave and get them replaced. In a very emotional staff meeting called by Hardwick on Wednesday, according to sources cited by the Wrap, the comedian apologised for the ordeal. Why have you got to apologise for the ordeal? You didn't create it. So you didn't certainly start it. Sorry, I've just lost my thought there. He also offered one-on-one meetings for any crew members with concerns. Why are you putting yourself through this, man? You really shouldn't have to do all that nonsense. You've been reinstated. You go back to work. If those people, you should go back to the executives and say, look, these people we've lost. We need new staff. Start interviewing more people, and those staff who don't want to stay and they want to leave, interview more people and get rid of those twats. There are enough experienced people. Honestly, are you telling me there aren't enough experienced people out there that couldn't do these people's jobs? Of course they can. Of course they can. They need to be bedded in for a period of time, but they can still do their job. The cable host faced swift backlash from her public essay on the blog Medium. Less than 72 hours after the first person piece hit the internet, AMC suspended Talking Dead the day before its season debut. And Legendary Entertainment scrubbed all mention of Hardwick from the Nerdist website he founded. Hardwick also agreed to step away from upcoming monitor gigs at Comic-Con and from his various roles at AMC, NBC, while the network conducted internal investigation, which found him innocent, or said they couldn't find anything that to corroborate what this silly little girl is talking about. Again, she should have taken this to court. Say it simple as that. If she's got evidence, bring it. Chris, he provided evidence. She needs to provide evidence. That's how it works. Dumbass. In her essay, alleged in her essay that she was prohibited from having male friends. Who gives a shit? Drinking alcohol. That's not a bad thing. Or speaking when the two were in public during their 3-year relationship. Maybe she's a big mouth girl who doesn't know how to control her mouth. She also alleged she let him sexually assault her. What? In what way? Let's see evidence. I mean, did he spank her with a broom? Or, with a paddle? I mean, if that's the case, I mean, she let him sexually abuse her. That sounds like some form of the kinky games that people, using shoes and tying up and all this kind of business. Well, we don't know. She hasn't given evidence. She did not mention Hardwick by name, but he effectively outed himself when he denied the allegations. The 29-year-old actress defended her essay this week as Hardwick stepped back into the spotlight. Oh, she's really wanting to milk this. I 100% stand by every single word of my essay. I made sure it was embellished, factual, and that I had evidence to back it up in order to protect myself in case of actual litigation, not a network investigation where I'm not protected. Bullshit. You should have gone straight to court. If you've got evidence to back it up, go to court, you dumbass. AMC announced on July 25th that it was reinstating Hardwick following a careful review of the allegations. So, you see, this is the problem. When someone gets accused, they make every effort to wipe that person's name off. They wiped his name off the website, the Nerdist website. They try and remove every reference to this guy, just to sort of say you don't exist, until their so-called allegations have been gone through. We take these matters very seriously, and given the information available to us, we believe returning Chris to work is the appropriate step, the network said in a statement. NBC confirmed a week later it would bring the 46-year-old comedian back to the judges panel of America's Got Talent. And the Nerdist restored his name to the website sometime last week. Now, I'm going to put a caveat. I can't say that what she's saying is completely untrue. But it could be, I feel, twisted from her side. He could have been controlling. Because some guys are a little bit jealous of, women, their girlfriends talking to other women, etc., etc. It goes on. It's just life, But women have done the same thing. Some women don't like their husbands or their boyfriends talking to other women, and they'll be very forceful about it. So it's this is a two-way street, And the other accusations, again, it's nonsense. They should have gone to in front of a judge. All the evidence should have been presented, and then he would have been either charged with sexual assault, or let go. But instead, we get a judge by jury on the internet by this woman because she's pissed at him about something, basically because he's left her. That's what she's pissed about. And you know, she's also milking this for her own publicity. You know, to try and further her career. It's a real shame he's had to go through this. You know, it's a real shame. If he's done these things, then it would have been much better to have gone to court with this, so the evidence would come out, and then he would have been punished, as they do in the West against these kind of people who do these kind of things today. Oh God! As I said, I'm really happy that the left feminist bastards did not win, and because they did not win, they're pissed, and so they've resigned because of this. You know, if we get found out, we will be found out if he's not telling us the truth. But at the moment, it doesn't look like, because she doesn't seem to be going to take this to court. She's not mentioned it, as far as I know. So, as far as I'm sorry, it's just bullshit. Bring the evidence. Let's see the evidence, and then you might get a few of the same people backing you. But at the moment, you're coming across as a nutcase, and it's just not on. Leave the guy alone. Let him. The two of you have gone now. That's the most important thing. The two of you have gone, and yet you feel the need to bitch. It's just terrible. Men, you need to, given every opportunity, record any of your relationships. Whether you're in long-term or short-term relationship, you need to start thinking about recording your relationships. Putting cameras in your home, whether she can see the cameras or not is irrelevant. Just putting cameras in your home, putting mics in your home, carrying a mic and portable mic on your body so it records for you, etc., etc. You know, maybe even putting a camera in the car when you're driving, and just, you know, so that you can upload to YouTube later on. It's getting this dire, man. The situation is getting very dangerous for the ordinary man in the street. And the MGTOW movement needs to continue to grow, needs to get much bigger to be able to legally challenge in the future. Many, you know, divorce settlements cases need to be challenged. You know, access for men who want to look after their children, and the children that want to stay with their fathers need to have this access to their children. Yeah. So getting back to Mr. Hardwick, this has been driven by the, you know, lesbian feminists of the Me Too movement, and they're not happy. They're extremely pissed, and that's why they walked out. Chris, you shouldn't have even placated these people. Good riddance to those tossers who decided to walk. Welcome back. Thanks for listening.